Welcome back to the Tweed Stadium. Right at the beginning of the second half here stands at Northwood 1, Hertford 0. But as we were saying at half time, that's rough justice on Ben Hurd's young team. Played their part in this game, played some decent football in the first half, but were caught out by a goal after 12 minutes. Long ball over the top, no build-up involved at all really, and it was Harry Ludovica, the top scorer here at Northwood, who rolled the ball into the bottom left-hand corner of the net. A little bit of break here while we wait for substitution. I think it is going to be made on that far side by Northwood. The board shining brightly in the gloom here at the Tweed Stadium. I think it looks like it's going to be the number 3 Dominic Rohn who comes off, and Brian Testerlin is about to come on. Dominic Rohn, former Slough Town player, is making his debut this afternoon. He's still await for play to restart with a referee on that far side. Hertford will be kicking from left to right. It's ground in the London Borough of Hillingdon, a couple of miles away from first stages of Hertfordshire that start at Rickmansworth, and rather it's been following us all season here on 90 Minutes Live. He's absolutely bucketing down out there. And it is a pitch that if anyone's ever been here to Northwood, you know it's got more slopes than the Alps, because it slopes from left to right, it slopes from right to left, and really is an interesting playing surface to get to grips with. Looks like Northwood not going to make that substitution, so at the moment we've started the second half here with Hertford kicking from left to right. Take you through the lineup when we get the appropriate break in play as Ben Hurd picks out Isaac Pedro, plays it to his left-hand side, and Max Jessup, who will pick up Toby Byron, making his Hertford debut this afternoon. He's looked useful down the left-hand side. Ball driven through, looking for Sam Oyenoiren, but in the end it broke and went all the way through to the goalkeeper Joe Ringer. Long kick forward by Ringer onto the head of Byron, and Ben Wayman does well to keep it in on that far side. Percy Giagabeni will find Ben Hurd on the halfway line. Hurd onto his left-hand side for Silvio Roos, who's been pushed in attacking position this afternoon down the right. Alfie Hugh, of course, not available from that Derby red card this time last week. Isaac Pedro finds Giagabeni. It's reminiscent of much of the first half here, with Hertford plenty of possession as Wayman puts the ball through, but Oyenoiren can't get hold of it, and the ball runs all the way through to the opposing goalkeeper Joe Ringer. Plenty of teenagers on the pitch. He's one of them, just 19, Northwood's goalkeeper, signed on a dual registration from nearby Wealdstone, as Geimer finds Ben Wayman. 2 teenagers there combining for Hertford. Wayman on this near side for Ben Hurd. Hurd fires in a shot, and it's gone in! What a goal by the player manager! Ben Hurd can't keep scoring. That's his third in 3 games. And what a cracker from the manager, has pulled a Hertford level. Goalkeeper didn't see it, and Ben Hurd didn't look like there was much on. Pulled the trigger from 25 yards out, top left-hand corner, and it's 1-1 here. And you can only say that's what Hertford have deserved, and it's the player manager that's done it. Be interesting to talk to him. We'll certainly be mentioning that strike afterwards. But it's Northwood 1, Hertford 1 here. Ben Hurd's third goal of the season, crunched in from 25 yards out. And just 3 minutes from the beginning of this second half. So game on here, because Ben Hurd has pulled Hertford level. And for all of those that scored the scores last week, we can assure you that it wasn't Isaac Pedro, it was Ben Hurd. But as a yellow card just been shown there, actually, for it looks like Harry Ludovica, who got the yellow card from the referee. There's a bit of a debate going on with Charlie Ayford, the Northwood captain. But Ludovica, I think, got the yellow card. Not quite sure why. But Hertford coming forward again. Got their tails up here, and why not? Max Jessup gives the ball away, though, to Ludovica. Jessup then brings him down, and Northwood will have themselves a free kick. About 10 yards inside the Hertford down a half. Commentary position is right on the halfway line. And it's got the world's biggest 2 posts right in front of it. So there are parts of the pitch that are obscured from vision. Hayford's free kick, looking well headed out by Harvey Gardner. Followed it all the way. Finds Ben Wayman midway inside his own half. Far side of the field. Wayman further down the line for Luke Geimer. Geimer, neat footwork, good turn, finds Wayman again. 2 of them combining it well. Silvio Roos has got acres of space on this near side if somebody can find him, and they do. Roos now running, goes inside the area up, and he's just shown a little bit too much of it. Ben Herb will retrieve the situation for Hertford. Gardner will find Max Jessup. And certainly looking at the scores as they were at half-time, that could be such an important goal by Ben Hurd. Ashford Town Middlesex were a goal up at Hamwell Town. Top against bottom. Sometimes those top against bottoms don't always go to form, and that one's not at the moment. But Hertford could have been bottom, but if they can pick up a point or more here, situation will look a little bit brighter. Got some defending to be done, though, at the moment. On that far side of the field, Byron goes in, and in the end it's going to be a throw-in to Northwood Town. Right on that far side. Not the best floodlights here, a little bit gloomy. 111 is the attendance, so they quote, but not quite sure where most of them are hiding. Doesn't look like that many. But most people perhaps trying to stay out of the rain. As Northwood in possession on that far side, but rather tamely. Luke Holnester, number 7, gives it away. Can take you through that Hertford lineup. Nick Hayes in goal, back for Ben Hurd, Max Jessup, Harvey Gardner and Toby Byron making his debut. Isaac Pedro and Percy Giagabeni in central midfield. Luke Geimer playing just behind Sam Ionoren, and Silvio Roos and Ben Wayman are the 2 wide men. As a Hertford lineup just had one change from last week. Showed plenty of confidence then, and Sam Ionoren's coming through here, but the goalkeeper, Ringer, just about got his timing right and just managed to rob the Hertford man, as it looked like it could have been clean in. Hertford coming back again. Geimer's ball chipped through, looking for Ionoren, but linesman's flag goes up. Right hand side, but got to be said, at the beginning of the second half, there's only been one team in it. Hertford had plenty of possession in the first half, were rough done by. They're going in 1-0 down at the half-time. It's 1-1 now, though. Ben Hurd's 3rd goal of the season, and a real cracker it was. Contender, possibly, for the 90 minutes goal of the season, but I'm sure he'll think it is. Harvey Gardner coming forward for Hertford, for Giagabeni. Giagabeni making progress inside the Northwood half. Still Giagabeni finds Ben Hurd on this near side. Percy Giagabeni gets it back. His space is closed down, but he does well to find Silvio Roos. Ben Hurd's dummy gets Luke Geimer in the area. Geimer finishes, and it's 2-1. Super goal from Hertford. Silvio Roos to Ben Hurd. Brilliant dummy. And Luke Geimer rolls it into the back of the net. And I think you can hear the Hertford Town fans. A Wadeswell right-hand side. Luke Geimer's 7th goal of the season has turned this one absolutely on its head. Northwood heads are down. It's Northwood 1, Hertford 2. Well, the Hertford chorus and Luke Geimer's 7th goal of the season. He finds himself in those positions and did it so well. Silvio Roos on this near side, he played his part. Super dummy by Ben Hurd. And Luke Geimer finished it off to make it 2-1 after 52 minutes of the match. Well, Hertford went in 1-0 down. They're now 2-1 up. A little bit of memories of Staines, but they left it a little bit later on that occasion, didn't they? Coming forward again here. It's Percy Giagabeni on the right-hand side of the box. Hertford absolutely full of confidence. Giagabeni plays it square for Roos. Roos tries to tee up the shot with the left foot. Takes a rebound off the defender. And on this near side, the ball will bounce to Ben Hurd. As the ball on this near side just caught in by Tyrone Pink. Continue Ware have gone 4-1 up against Chipstead. Joshua Williams has scored his second hat-trick of the week. Got the match ball on Tuesday in the Hearts Charity Shield, and he'll have another one to his collection this afternoon. Tom Bruno with the other goal for Poor Horses team, who were 1-0 down after 10 minutes in that one. So things looking bright for 90 minutes, and our teams at the moment. Oddiston Town were leading Sawbridgeworth 1-0. St Margaret's and Takeley were 0-0, and at half-time Welwyn Garden City were 2 up against Yaxley with goals from Usabi and a penalty from Elliot Bailey. Meanwhile, Ben Wayman on that far side of the field finds Isaac Pedro. This really is all one-way traffic. Roos coming into the right-hand side of the box, but just... the ball eludes him as it bounces off the turf, and finally Northwood gets some little bit of possession. Ball played through the middle, but Harvey Gardner is there to shepherd it all the way back to Nick Hayes. Hayes bowls it out to Ben Hurd on this near side. Hurd collects it back. He's got Kiagabeni in front of him, and he'll find him. It's Percy Kiagabeni who's he's impeded. It looked like he was impeded there, but referee not interested. Long ball forward, and to be fair, not to be too critical, that seems to be Northwood's tactic at the moment. They're aiming at the big man, Ludovica, and not got a lot to support him on that far side of the field. It's Hertford in possession again. Byron's ball down the left-hand side, tried to release Luke Geimer, but Ben Hurd putting his arms up, saying, didn't he see me? Because Ben had plenty of room down this right-hand side. So Hertford went 1 down after 12 minutes. Long ball over the top, caught them out. Ludovica scored the goal for Northwood. He's 7th of the season. But Hertford have struck back with a vengeance at the beginning of the second half through Ben Hurd and Luke Geimer. And here they come again. Ben Hurd down the right side. Finds Percy Kiagabeni. Geimer making a good run. Looked to thread it through to Iron Iron, but in the end, Northwood defence read that one. Northwood, it's got to be said as well, have had a good record since the new manager took over, because they've won their last 3 in all competitions. Last time out, they beat Uxbridge, who very much one of Ware's rivals, but here comes Ben Wayman. Ben Wayman's inside, and the goalkeeper Ringer just manages to save it as Wayman was going to lob it over his head. But Hertford coming back again, this time by Byron, who's pulled down. And Hertford have themselves a free kick. Well, the confidence they showed in the East Hearts derby this time last week against Ware is certainly flowing here at Northwood. It's the Northwood team who went in 1-0 up at a half-time. Don't know what's hit them at the moment. The Hertford choir in good voice away to our right-hand side, and why not? Ben Hurd spotting this one. It's good 35 yards out. He must fancy it. Well, way he hit that equalising goal, and why not? 3-man wall in the way. I think Ben's going to have a go here. He does all the way along the ground. And, wasn't much in it. Just wide of the post. Intelligent free kick from the player manager. It went all the way along the ground. The wall was set up, expecting one to go over the top, but Ben went underneath. So the goal kick to be taken by Joe Ringer, the goalkeeper, from the goal away to our right-hand side. Ludovica goes up with Isaac Pedro at Northwood coming forward here. But once again, it's Harvey Gardner who's in the way. Kiagabeni gets a big shove in the back from the number 15, Patrick Bronyan. But the ball goes out, and it'll be a throw-in taken by Patrick Campbell, who played a bit of his football in East Hearts country. He's played for St Margaret's, amongst others. As Ben Hurd has the ball, long ball forward, looking for... But in the end, he was looking for Roos, but the ball bounced off the defender and goes out for surely. That must have been a corner, but linesman gave it a goal kick. So it's going to be a goal kick taken by Ringer. Goal away to our right-hand side. So just about an hour in here. It's the Acre Tweed Stadium. Andre Roos going up well there as the ball is once again with our Hertford player. Isaac Pedro puts it all the way back to his goalkeeper Nick Hayes, who seems to have recovered from that ankle problem. And is Roos again cutting in field from this left-hand side. Didn't see much of him in the first half, but we've certainly seen plenty of him in the second. Finds Ben Wayman on that far side. Wayman for Isaac Pedro. Pedro, though, a little bit slow on the ball, and here come Northwood in the opposite direction. Pedro commits a foul, and be very surprised if he doesn't get a yellow card for that one. Toby Byron got one in the first half, and Isaac Pedro, the Hertford captain, is going to get one in the second half from our referee, Matt Fletcher. Northwood have got themselves a free kick just shy of the halfway line. It's going to be their skipper, Charlie Hayford, who wears number 8, who's going to take it. Defending to be done there by Hertford. Long ball forwards. Ben Wayman couldn't win it, but it was Campbell who come up from the back. But in the end, ball goes harmlessly enough away for a goal kick. Harvey Gardner forward for Keir Kabeni. Keir Kabeni over the head of Roos, and fairly easily for Tyrone Pink on this near side to pick it up. Pink finds Hayford, but Hayford's given it away. Roos to Ben Hurd. That's a little scrappy bit of play. Ludovica there, but well defended by Gardner and Max Jessup. Hertford get it as far as our halfway line. Northwood get it back. Chip ball forward. Ludovica there with Max Jessup, and that's super defended by Jessup. He shrugged aside the big centre forward and managed to get the ball clear. He's one of those players, I think he's increasing confidence big time since I saw him first play. Max Jessup beginning to look the part, the young central defender. And Hertford certainly looking the part here this afternoon. Gardner on the halfway line. To his left for Keir Kabeni. Keir Kabeni chips it through, and Guymer are just straight offside. Otherwise would have been the perfect pass. Northwood have had problems all afternoon with Hertford's wide men, and they were going to have another problem there. Guymer got the other side of Campbell, but in the end it was a referee's whistle that pulled the play back for offside. Scores in East Herts country, well, doing well in the Isthmian League. The last time we saw where were 4-1 up against Chipstead. And Hoddesdon, I can just see, have scored another against Sawbridgeworth Town in the Essex Senior League. And also in fact they've scored another one, 3-0 now. Hoddesdon leads Sawbridgeworth Town at Lowfield. Where goals hat-trick for Josh Williams again. So 2 hat-tricks in a week for Joshua Williams, and he provided the cross for Ware's equalising goal in the East Herts derby, of course, this time last week as well. Defended to be done by Hertford here, though. Hayford's got a free kick at his feet, the Northwood skipper. He's about 25 yards out, right-hand side. Hertford have got a 3-man wall in the way. And Northwood have pulled defenders up from the back, Flanagan and Adamson. And Ludovica, some aerial threat in there. Hayford goes for the shots, but it goes over the top. And no real problem. And you've got a goalkeeper who's 6'5" like Nick Hayes. It's got to be something special to get over the top of him. And that certainly wasn't the case there. I think the goalkeeper's still limping. He had extensive treatment in the first half for an ankle injury after he went up and came down rather heavily. We're giving you those scores. Ware 4, Chipstead 1, Wellington City 2, Yaxley 0, Hoddesdon 3, Sawbridgeworth 0, St Margaret's-Bury 0, Tately 0. Last time we heard of that one. And also, if you like your hockey, well done the Hertford ladies first, who bounced back from last week's first defeat of the season against Wapping to beat University College London 2-0 earlier on this afternoon. So well done to the hockey girls. And the football team hoping to repeat a double victory, and at the moment they're in good stead. They lead here by 2-1. Ben Hurd and Luke Guyman, the goal scorers, and they've been good value for it as well. As Keir Kabeni tries to pick out Roos on this near side, but ball bounces out. for a throw in to Northwood. A little bit of urgency by Tyrone Pink, but once again they give the ball away. Good strength by Keegan Benny. He's got Geimer going through, but Luke Geimer was almost looked like he was treading water there as the ball came through. Couldn't make it, but Ringer clears it, and it just goes out towards the dugouts on that far side of the field. Hertford substitutes, by the way, Kane James Thompson, Dane Back, Kit Brown, Ikamode and Nathan Fuma. Can tell you where has got a fifth against Chipstead. Lee Rose, I have to look at my stats, I think that's his 7th goal of the season. So Ware have run riot against Chipstead after being 1-0 down after 10 minutes. So could be useful as well, because teams at the top of the table weren't doing well. It's Hertford, though. They are doing well. Ben Hurd picked up Isaac Pedro. 3-1. Oh, it's all going right for the boys in blue. Super ball. Manager finds Skipper, and Skipper finds back of the net. It's Northwood 1, Hertford Town 3. What an away day for Hertford Town. 1-0 down after 12 minutes. They're 3-1 up here, and it's been a superb performance. It's got to be said. The Hertford choir in full voice, and why not? Hertford lead here, 3-1. Tell you, Hodgson have scored a 4th against Sawbridgeworth. But it was Ben Hurd who provided the finish. 65 minutes in. Isaac Pedro who put the ball home. So 3 goals in a second and a half here. And you've got a feeling Hertford might get some more, because the ball on this near side for Keegan Benny. Keegan Benny turns it back for Roos. Onto the halfway line for Max Jessup. Jessup will turn it back for Harvey Gardner. And Gardner's ball all the way back to the goalkeeper, Nick Hayes. All on the halfway line, but in the end it's going to be a free kick to Hertford. Kia Kabani, in fact, be Pedro takes it.